What's up guys, it's Nick here from Rad Visuals, and I'm coming at you with a really special video today. It's a sort of preview slash mock review of the set for my next and newest video, which will be a sort of rough recreation of the final fight scene from Spider-Man Far From Home. Spoilers, by the way, if you haven't seen the movie. You should have, but if you haven't, spoilers. There's going to be major ones in this video. So yeah, this is you know, a rare time that I'm going to go through the set pretty detailed, and I have some practical lighting in it as well, and you can see some of my sort of set building techniques, as well as pretty cool recreation, I think, of the set, you know. So you know, let's sort of get into it here. We got all the levels and sort of the scaffolding that I was trying to create around this sort of, you know, Statue of Liberty. It's tried to make it real copper sort of colored, you know. Here's like the little shield that's sort of like big Captain America shield, rather, that's like being built on the Statue of Liberty, and you know, tried my best with that. It looks pretty great in shots on camera. In front here there's a little crane where I think what's it called, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and the Lizard, they have a little fight on there, you know, there. And then there's this is a little dumpster sort of bin that Sandman, I think, comes out of, and he gets more dust from, or not dust but sand from, and he just gets bigger, really. And here's one of my favorite parts of the set. There's a bunch of like practical lights that light up the statue from the bottom, so that when you see it in here, and the lights that I have on right now, they're not going to be the final lighting, but when the lights are on, like, it looks really cool. It's lit up from the bottom. It has this really cool effect. And there's also some lights on the ceiling of this scaffolding here, and up there as well, here, just to give it more, I could just because I think practical lighting is really important. You know, you can have really good lighting and really good shadows from all angles and really interesting colors, a really interesting set, but I feel like it just takes sets to the next level when you put in like some type of practical lighting where you can see the lighting as well. You know, I feel like it just elevates your set and your video by extension just that much more, you know. So yeah, anyways, so I used a bunch of these, pretty much all these pieces that I had to sort of get the feel of the scaffolding all around. A really difficult set to try and build because you know, I mean, I have a lot of different pieces. I do have a ton of Lego, but it's really particular pieces, like these copper pieces, or, you know, I don't have a ton in those color, and these scaffolding pieces as well, I don't have like a ton in that, like in this sort of format as well. Like, that's why I started leaning on these sort of straight pieces, regular Lego, instead of the more interesting sort of all I don't even know how to call this, but yeah, it just looks like sort of scaffolding. And then in the mock, or in the set right now, we got Sandman. He has like a giant hand. He's grabbing Tom Holland, which I remember was in the movie at some point in the battle. And there's Tobey Maguire Spider-Man fighting with Andrew Garfield's Lizard Man. And I want to talk about the figures, of course, as well, because this one is really interesting. It's the faces from, like, I think it's like a 2005 Batman set with Killer Croc, and so is the torso. But the back is from some Lego minifigure pack where it was like someone in like a Godzilla costume. And I was thinking about using the Godzilla face, but I don't know, like, he doesn't really have a snout in the movie, you know, so I thought it would just be a little bit inaccurate if I put the snout in the video. And just a quick look, of course, at Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, one of my favorite figures of all time, honestly. I don't know how I got this, but, or I mean, I don't remember getting this, but I'm so glad that I have it, because it's honestly one of the best figures like ever made, in my opinion. And the torso for me, or not the torso, the midsection piece, which should have the webbing on it as well, I would use that, but on one of the, like, how do you say, like, notches where you put the legs in, mine broke. so it's really unfortunate, but I still think it looks really awesome, you know, just because I really love that. I really love those movies, and I really love that and this figure, of course. And I just forgot to talk about, because there's a bunch of like in the movie, like I don't even know how to say it, like sheets just hanging from the ceiling, like around the edges, I guess. And so I just tore off some Kleenexes, and I markered even some Kleenex in the back. Like, it looks kind of when you look at it head on, but when it's out of focus and you see all the other figures in the foreground, then it looks, you know, not bad. And that's sort of around the set a little bit. It's on the back here. Where is it? Can't see because there's this, yeah, just at the back here as well. I didn't want to go too nuts with it, but yeah, I think it really adds another like sort of level of just detail to the set, as well as like all these tools here from the Sanctum Sanctorum set, the newest one with this figure, or with Tom Holland, Doctor Strange, you know, and just like chains hanging around, just like blocks of things. You know, the ground is not totally even. I don't even know what this is. I just put it there. But you just like random details around the set to make it feel cluttered, and it's just like a construction site, really. You know, and of course I forgot to go over these figures. Go over them now. But yeah, Tom Holland, Spider-Man, in his newest suit. He went through like 5 suits in the movie, which I thought was a little bit ridiculous, but this one looks pretty cool, I guess. You know, glad to have that figure. And this Sandman, I think this is like the Sandman from the Bugle, but I just replaced the face because I didn't really like the face that they used in the Daily Bugle set. And of course this hand is from, I think there was a Spider-Man like construction site type of set like years ago, and so I think it's from that, partially even. I think it's a little bit broken, but you know, still good enough, I think. And then up here we have Andrew Garfield Spider-Man with Jamie Foxx Electro, and I really thought Andrew Garfield was one of the best parts of the movie, honestly. I think he really brought a good performance. It seemed like he was trying to redeem himself a little bit. I don't know why, though. It wasn't his fault why those movies were bad. But anyways, yeah, it's just the Tom Holland Spider-Man from No Way Home, and this Spider-Man head, which is in so many Spider-Man sets. But yeah, that's what I saw some other people using it on Instagram. I thought it was a pretty good design. And this head, I don't remember where this head is from, but this hair is from the Lego Seinfeld set with Kramer. And I do plan, when I make the brick film, to use Kramer's head a little bit for some expressions, you know, like when he's just like, oh, a band, are you in a band, sort of thing. Like, I feel like that'll look really cool, you know, in the video. And then Jamie Foxx, his Electro, his figure is just like a firefighter's pants. I don't even know where I got them. Bane from The Dark Knight Rises, his torso. And this is I don't remember the name of this character is slipping my mind, but he's in Doctor Strange, but that's his face. And then the hair from Falcon, from the Falcon and Winter Soldier figure that came out, which is honestly one of my favorite figures of the year. But yeah, so it came in pretty clutch, actually. I just got that figure like yesterday, and I built this set yesterday. You know, so yeah, but this hair really really makes it good, because he has a pretty nice fade in the movie, you know. And up here we have everyone's favorite William Dafoe Green Goblin, one of the best parts of No Way Home, and one of the best comic book villains, I think. And this is just the glider from the Daily Bugle set, and this is, I think it's some alien from the Justice League movies. Like, that's the body I used, and the legs. What are those? It's whatever like Darkseid sends in, bro. Like, that's what I use, you know. And the satchel from Indiana Jones. This bomb, this sort of goblin bomb or whatever, I have a couple more of those as well. I remember in Age of Ultron, or when the Age of Ultron sets dropped, they had some like Iron Man figures that like Tony wasn't in them. It was just sort of automated, I guess. And they had like these orange heads. You could see a little bit of like the printing, I guess, on them. But I feel like that just adds to them, really. So I think that'll look pretty cool in the video as well. You know, especially with some nice effects on them. And then the face is Doc Ock from the Daily Bugle. And the hair, I don't remember where the hair is from, but it looks real nice. You know, and so he's flying in, causing problems, killing Aunt May, whatever. I said it was going to be heavy spoilers in this video. And in the back here, we got Doctor Strange from the new Sanctum Sanctorum set, the new cape, or I don't know how new it is, but it's new to me. And yeah, I really like this figure. I really like the look of the cape. I wish that the cape was like flexible a little bit so that I could animate with it, because it looks so good like head on like this. Like the collar looks awesome, and it looks so good here as well. But it's just like, I feel like when I animate it, or when I animate the figure, it's going to be a bit tough because the cape is so stiff, you know. So I don't know, I'm still trying to, I'm debating like, should I just use the fabric? But I'm like, I don't know, that looks kind of lame in comparison, just from like a sort of aesthetics point of view. Here is Michelle Jones, or MJ, or Zendaya, whatever name you want to call her, also from the new Sanctum Sanctorum set. And this is the box that's in the movie that, I don't know, Doctor Strange is freaking out about a lot, and that'll send all the villains back to their inevitable deaths in the movie. Now I know what you might be thinking. Where is Ned Leeds? Where is Doc Ock? Well, Ned Leeds is in shipping. He is being shipped over. He should get here next week or something like that. Bought him on eBay because I didn't have him. But he will definitely be in the video. And Doc Ock, I lent Doc Ock to Akash from Akash Lego Productions so he could make his video, which I don't know if he's gonna, but at least he can't blame me if he doesn't. Which reminds me, check out on his channel right now, should be out, sort of Christmas unboxing of the Star Wars set. I don't know exactly, but it's Akash Lego Productions content. Should be pretty good, I think. I'll watch it. I'm gonna link it down below. But yeah, so that's gonna be the second collab of the season. Hopefully he co-releases when I drop my brick film of the final battle as well. So yeah, but yeah, hopefully this gave you some insight into some of my set building. Let me just zoom out so you see on my table. You know, pretty messy. Got like all the spider webs here that I'm going to use in various sort of supports so I can be ready to mask anytime, you know. And over here is like Tom Holland's head, Tobey Maguire's and Andrew Garfield's, and pumpkin bombs, just sort of accessories, and also, Electro's sort of bolts, whatever, so I can have a little bit of practical effects in there. It's always good to have those sort of things on hand when you're shooting, you know. But yeah, so this is the set. Black background for now. Might change it to a starry or a skyline thing. Might go to Staples and get something worked out for sort of the wider shots. But yeah, you know. So yeah, thank you for checking it out. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all that. And be sure to check out this brick film when it is up, when it is done, in probably the new year, knowing how things go. So yeah, thank you for tuning in, and see y'all next time.